Hello, everybody, and welcome to. I guess there's more of squid attempts. Okay, yeah, squid attempts. Deadlocked wrench only, and I have mentioned in the FAQ that a strictly speaking wrench only run of this game isn't possible because of various. Well, two missions which force you to use weapons. However, it could be interesting to see what the rest of the game is like. The only part of the game that I have somewhat attempted wrench only, aside from early parts up and including Shell Shock, is Eviscerator, which took a while, but again I was playing in difficulty 3. For this challenge, I don't see a reason to make things unnecessarily hard on myself, so I'm just going to be going on couch potato. It's not letting me do. Okay, so yeah, like a general baseline for difficulty is Gladiator. But any way in which I can make this easier on myself is better. It's like how in Ratchet & Clank 1, in wrench only, it's a good idea to get the health upgrade, and in Ratchet & Clank 2 and 3, it is a good idea to get the armor. So without further ado, let's get straight onto it. Hey, Amy.
Gotcha. A dramatic conclusion to one of the most exciting episodes of Dread Zone I have ever seen. Captain Starshield, the #1 ranked gladiator, has been terminated by Ace Hardlight. Ace has now eliminated a record 13 contestants in the regular season.
Incoming call from the mayor of Metropolis. The new mayor of Metropolis.
Oh, you mean, right. Just a sec. Greetings, Mayor. No. Well, long time no see. No. So Metropolis still in one piece, huh?
Greetings, Captain. I see you're taking good care of my old ship.
Well, she needs a lot of tuning up, but I've kept her running.
Of course. Anyway, I'm afraid I bring bad news. As you know, Captain Starshield disappeared over a month ago. I've just been informed that he's been killed.
Oh my gosh. No.
What happened?
Apparently he was involved with some kind of illegal combat sport, something called Dread Zone. We believe it was being run by this man, Gleeman Vox. He operates an underground media empire from within the Shadow Sector.
The Shadow Sector?
It's a lawless region of space on the fringe of the galaxy. Many other heroes have disappeared recently, and we fear that they might have met with the same fate. Ratchet, I just wanted to warn you before...
Unidentified craft approaching.
You the Lombax known as Ratchet.
I don't suppose you guys are here to fix the starboard engine, huh?
bring him in.
Yes, sir. We caught 2 strays in the process. Should we terminate them?
Give him collars, and see if you can get some work out of them first.
Hello? Hello in there? Can you hear me? You've been unconscious for hours. You're probably a little disoriented. How many fingers am I holding up? Whoops. Looks like we've got a feedback loop in the visual matrix processor. Hold still a second. How's that? Okay, now to activate your speech function.
Me out of this thing, you blarg-headed frack monkey! I can barely breathe and my tail feels like it's shoved right up my...
There seems to be a problem with the speech circuitry. I'll take a look at it later. Now hold still. Let's just see if I wired that teleportation circuitry right. The new armor you're wearing is standard issue for new contestants.
Contestants?
We will explain later. If you do not complete the qualification course in the allotted time, we will all be terminated. We must calibrate your battlesuit's targeting matrix. First, look over at the holo target on your left.
Right, but before we do that, wait, do I? Huh. Okay, but at the very least, I can drop the volume a bit. No worries, sorry. Gonna turn that off. Subtitles on. Sound in mono. I'll drop that down to there. Okay.
Turn to face the holo target on the right, then fire. Good. Now shoot the holo target above you.
Okay.
All right, Ratchet. Your movement circuit should be in working order now. Try getting to the top of that ledge.
Right, so for the purposes of having the challenge be non-trivial, I'm going to ignore those...
I am transmitting a digital mini-map representation of the area. Can you see it? The mini-map will show you the positions of nearby enemies. I am reading 3 more holo targets in your vicinity.
Right, so by the looks of it, those two holo target thingies are another area where the game sort of forces you to use a weapon. So it's going to be a case where I'll just pretend it isn't a thing. But these guys quite happily... Oh, that doesn't break. Okay. Yeah, so these 3
the
enemies
mini-map
here
will show you the positions of nearby enemies. I am reading 3 more holo...
quite
By
happily...
the way, you also have the option of using a third-person control scheme. You can change your control scheme in the options menu.
Hey, Mardo!
Good, Ratchet. There should be a teleporter nearby that...
Greetings, hero, and welcome to Dread Zone. Rest assured, you are now far beyond the reach of hope. There will be no rescues, no pardons, no possibility of escape. You are now a contestant on the greatest holovision program the galaxy has ever known. A celebrity gladiator battling for the pleasure of 1 billion screaming fans across the Shadow Sector and beyond. Chances are you'll be dead by tomorrow. But those of you who play the game with skill and strategy will earn a chance to win your freedom. So, good luck, hero. We'll be watching you.
Okay.
Ratchet, I have figured out a way to get information to you without Vox knowing. At the top of your screen is the experience bar. As you destroy enemies, you gain experience. When the bar is full, you will gain a level, and your nanotech will increase.
Alright. Ah, there we go. Third person.
Hold triangle and use the left analog stick or the right analog stick to select any weapon.
Oh, this game makes it quite difficult to do the combo strike. Okay. You just kind of have to tap R1 and hope that you don't end up in okay. Yeah, so just there we go. But yeah, the majority of my attacks, for as long as I do this, will either be my wrench.
Note the deadlock collar securely fastened around your neck. This collar cannot be broken or removed. Should you stray into any restricted area, the collar will administer an extremely painful shock. Observe.
I hate this job.
Should a contestant become uncooperative or worse, boring, his or her collar can be detonated at any time with the push of a button. Well, there you have it. Nothing to lose your head over, right?
Congratulations, Ratchet. You made it through the qualification course. Check your map. There should be a teleporter nearby. Use the teleporter to meet me back.
Oop.
Welcome, hero, to your new living
there goes that
quarters.
cutscene.
Your luxury containment.
Yeah, so we have a B6 obliterator and an acid mod.
Is equipped with everything
be
you will
purchased,
need as a
but
contestant on Dreadzone. Please make yourself comfortable. You'll most likely be spending the rest of your life here.
Well, that is going to be
you
somewhat
should
true.
go find Al.
Oh.
I have marked his location on your map. I think he has something to show you.
Okay, so yeah, I think for now I'm gonna continue skipping the cutscenes. Yeah, so in terms of bolts, really the only two things that I would ever need to be spending bolts on in this playthrough would be straight up wrench upgrades, which aren't really that expensive if I'm remembering correctly, and also bot upgrades via this screen. So we have paint jobs, weapons, and I think other upgrades are available.
You ever been in country? You know, seen combat?
Me? Yeah, before I came here, I saw a little
Hey, nice digs!
Okay. So yeah, along with my wrench, which
Attention, hero. Report to the Battle Dome transport shuttle immediately.
I hear
Failure
you,
to
Vox.
comply will result in termination.
I hear you. Okay, so along with doing a regular strike, a hyper strike, and a comet strike, which the comet strike is going to be quite weird. Hey, Hannah. Welcome to the Squid Dimension. So yeah, if I don't have any weapons, by the looks of it, holding R1 is what causes me to sort of... Normally it causes Ratchet to crouch, but since there isn't a crouching feature in this game, it just lets you... No worries, hurry. Have a good sleep. So yeah, the Comet Strike can be also done with R1, but there's only a few challenges in which that helps, or where R1 won't immediately make me shoot a weapon. Actually, no. Okay. That might not actually be the case. Hey, Lady Wonton. Okay, so once I've loaded into the challenge, I'll test out R1.
Greetings, hero.
Don't hurry.
Dread Zone fans, this is it. Let's introduce our first contestant. He's a Lombax. He spent time in prison. He hates candy and children. Let's hear it for Ratchet and Team Darkstar.
Okay, so by the looks of it, tapping R1 causes me to get my weapon out, but it doesn't cause me to shoot it. So I'm gonna say that that's fine.
I guess I didn't calibrate that bot correctly. Go ahead and press the down directional button to initiate the auto repair sequence. You can do this anytime a bot becomes too damaged to continue.
So yep, that's the thing that happens sometimes. Occasionally your bots will die, so you have to always resurrect them. Yeah, you'll also notice that underneath the magnet cannon thing there is a tiny sliver of red. So basically what happens there is, in this game, I don't remember if it happens in the previous game, but basically if you have your weapon out, that's the only requirement to get XP out of the kill. Okay. So if I had weapon out and yay! Okay.
Ratchet, keep moving and jumping side to side to avoid incoming fire. The Dread Zone bots have heavy firepower, but they are not good at hitting movement. Dread Zone challenges sometimes use bolt cranks to activate devices or lower force fields. But be careful, Ratchet. The bolt cranks may trigger incoming waves of enemies.
Okay.
Ratchet, my scanners show an extremely deadly 70mm stalker turret ahead of you. You need to get behind cover immediately.
Okay.
The shields on that turret are impenetrable. You will have to use an EMP to take them down. Command your bot to toss out an EMP by pressing the left directional button.
Yep. Oh, okay, there we go.
Excellent work, Ratchet. Now that you have survived the qualification course, you will be allowed to join us back at our containment area.
So that is the very, very first challenge. Not really that difficult to do.
This is the interplanetary transport. It will take you to Dread Zone battle courses on other planets. It travels on a planned course. Any tampering with the nav computer causes the ship to explode.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything to purchase yet. Although I can give the Dread challenges a shot. So yeah, we have Grist for the Mill, which is just the general arena challenge. But we also have the Big Sleep, which is the same thing, except our health is gradually drained every, I think, 5 or 10 seconds, something like that. So I'm just going to go for the Grist for the Mill challenge first. Let's see how this goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise. It's time to kill or be killed in the
In fact, I could just go for the general strats of let my robots take care of everything. There you go. Have fun, robots. Thanks for the host, Shadow Chaser. Much appreciated. Ooh, more robots.
If Ratchet was a tough cookie, what kind of cookie would he be? I'm gonna go with Snickerdoodle.
Defeating enemies automatically upgrades your Dread Zone weaponry and improves your maximum nanotech level.
That's a thingy. Oh yeah, this challenge also is not really that difficult. Already at round 6 and I have skillful somehow. What is the requirements of skillful anyway? Extras, skill points. Kill 10 enemies in a row with the same weapon. Oh. So it's just an easy peasy one. Kill them. There we have it. Okay, now let's see what the Big Sleep is like. I remember this being...
It's time to get silent.
Oh, it's not as bad as I was remembering. Once again, it is a 18-round challenge.
Get excited, Juanita. I'm talking about the gas round, where Ratchet
It doesn't seem to be taking away my health in integer amounts.
Oh, baby, I love that smell.
Nope. There you go. Okay.
War is hell,
so I
Juanita,
think
but where does that leave Dread Zone,
the draining rate depends on the difficulty.
This creature is clearly much too dangerous to be set free. He must be destroyed.
Okay.
Oh, he's looking a little unsteady. Some gladiators just can't handle their gas.
Okay. Please. Okay. Whoop. Oh. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so this challenge also wasn't anywhere near as difficult as I was expecting. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay. Right, so now that I've done that, next up is going to be Catacombs 4. So yeah, one thing that will be interesting with this challenge will be to see how the difficulty progresses, because generally in Ratchet & Clank 1 wrench only, the difficulty is
It's a beautiful spring day.
basically ascends at the same rate.
Ratchet's first
Okay. Yeah, so still nothing to purchase yet.
Juanita. All he has to do is make his way to the other side of this mountain pass.
So I think for here, I'm just going to let my bots take care of everything. Or at least everything that's flying, because I cannot reach them.
The shields on that turret are impenetrable. You will have to use an EMP to take them down. Command your bot to toss out an EMP by pressing the left directional button.
There we go. There we go.
Interesting fact, folks, Dread Zone started out with two guys fighting over a breakfast burrito, and the rest is history.
There we go. Oh, 2 inches, that's acceptable. And skill points. So yeah, in Ratchet & Clank 1, the difficulty
As Team Darkstar continues toward the Catacomb Burial Dome, they'll need to cross what I like to call the chasm of endless falling and eventual dying. In the unlikely event that they survive, they'll take control of the big, bad, and burly walking armored tank called the Landstalker. Good luck, kids.
Ratchet, you will have to capture all 3 nodes to extend the bridge.
Here's a chilling thought. Team Darkstar is walking on top of a giant robot burial ground.
Thank you.
This will be like spinning the blades on the R500 protoplow back home! That's close, my friend!
Yeah, hopefully he does it without too much.
Ratchet, you can expand your map at any time to get a better view of the area.
So I am also going to show off something that is going to hold very useful in this game, which only exists in this game. And that's basically if I go and jump off the edge here, fall into the mud and die, and all that fun stuff, respawny business. Yep, okay.
Pay attention this time.
So yeah, that node there and the node over there is still turned. So yeah, turned bolt cranks in this game stay turned even if Ratchet dies. So that's not gonna come in terribly useful on this planet, but there will be other areas in which it will be more useful. Okay.
Ratchet, according to Dread Zone show requirements, enemies appear red on the radar. Allies appear green. Challenge objectives appear blue.
You know, I gotta get me one of those battle suits, Juanita.
There you go. Easy peasy. Grab that, you hold it. Should be able to rinse that. Yep. Oop. I do, I'm just not using them. the two icons. Oh, skill point. That skill point there is for killing, I believe, 15 enemies or 25 enemies with your bots. So yeah, in the top left, there's the dual vipers, which is basically a pistol.
You know, when they die.
And that thing there, which is a shotgun, called the magnet cannon. So yeah, well here I'm just running past everything. The bots have their own weapons.
Jump towards it and hold down the fire button. Whoop. Your swing shot will deploy automatically
Whoop.
and carry you
There we go.
across the gap.
So yeah, whenever feasible, it's generally a good idea to wrench the dropships because it's generally not that difficult to do, and because they drop quite a bit of experience.
What do you know, folks? Ratchet has found the Landstalker!
Okay, and
this
this
all-terrain mech of destruction comes fully loaded with power steering, AC, jumbo-sized drink holders, and enough plasma mortars to take out a small star system. Team Darkstar's not out for a Sunday drive today, folks. They'll be blazing a trail right into the center of the Catacrom Burial Dome.
Okay.
Ratchet, you will have to use the Landstalker's mortars to destroy those quasar orbs. That should clear the way.
There we go. So yeah, this is a challenge in which we are forced to use a weapon.
Have you ever wondered what's in the special sauce?
So yeah, since this is a vehicle challenge in which we leave the vehicle, generally speaking, using weapons here, weapons that come as a part of the Landstalker are used.
One of your combat bots is incapacitated. Use the revive command
There we
to
go.
bring him back to life.
Team Darkstar is breaking this place apart!
So yeah, generally speaking, with challenges like these, the point where I draw the line is either when they are the optional missions, or I draw the line at abusing them for a relatively easy means of upgrading health. Because even though the health experience meter doesn't show up here, you will still be able to upgrade your health in vehicle missions.
We are loving this carnage, folks, but it's time for the final showdown in the Catacrom Burial Dome. There's no telling what lurks inside these walls.
Ratchet, you must defeat all your opponents in order to complete this challenge. In other words, stay alive.
Coming up from the ground.
Okay. Well, the zombies tend to come up from the ground. That's generally what zombies do. So yeah, I think, if I recall correctly, that health there is the only health that's spawned in this
What I want to know is how Ratchet uses the bathroom in that suit.
So yeah, generally what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to go here and let my bots take care of things. And wherever possible, punish one. Whoa! Okay. 3. Okay, so they do 2 damage, so not so bad.
Uh-oh, Ratchet is looking
Unless
weak.
I get US hits, but once again, I'm close to running out. Okay. Then a spaceship flies in. And I don't think I can attack it, maybe? Oh, nope. Okay. That's fine. Are those guys flying? Nope. Okay. Oh, and there's magnetic increase.
Zombies dead ahead! Oh, no pun intended, sir.
That's okay, Mr. Robots. Over here, we enjoy puns. We'll be laughing ourselves dead in no time. Okay. Oops. And one guy left. Oh my goodness.
Excellent work, Ratchet. I must admit,
Whatever I wish.
I was worried. Well done, Ratchet. You have completed your first Dread Zone campaign and...
Okay.
This is a Dread Zone favorite. Our contestant will have to destroy 3 ancient statues all in a matter of minutes. You gotta love it.
There you go. You take care of that. I'll just generally kill some zombies. Whoa! Ow. Okay. Oh, 3 dots. There you go.
Don't forget to order the Dread Zone home game.
Okay. Oh, you can make them melee each other.
Your bots accumulate attack power each time they take a hit or deal damage. When the power meter reaches full, you can order them to deliver a devastating special attack.
Okay. Yeah, so that there is basically, if there's enemies around, I can push the up button on the D-pad, and they will...
Take that, Lombax!
That's alright, Juanita. I'm a lot tougher than that. That's it. Or at least slightly tougher than that. There you go. Come on. Okay.
Your status on Dread Zone now allows you to access planet Saratho.
Uh-huh. But yeah, like... Okay.
Ratchet will race to beat the clock. Each checkpoint he passes will earn him a few extra seconds. Team Darkstar, get ready to race!
Right, so in the interests of keeping this within the melee-only idea of a range-only playthrough, or a range and box-only playthrough, in vehicle missions where you're flying through rings, I'm going to avoid...
Remember, don't try any of this at home. Go to a friend's house.
The shots, basically. So yeah, it didn't really make that much of a difference. I haven't got a skill point. So yeah, there's a few of those vehicle missions where you just have to fly through a bunch of rings before time runs out. And generally I will be doing those missions because it will help me to afford the dread point requirements for future levels, because all of the levels have a dread point count requirement.
Challenges can be completed in any order once.
Alright, so the thing that I was mentioning earlier with the up button on the D-pad is where one of the bots will launch an orb that has a whole bunch of lasers flying out of it, which destroys everything.
Welcome back, Dread Zone.
Yep. Okay. Okay, everything goes still
There is a combat arena up ahead.
non-usable.
That is your first objective. Be careful. The outside is heavily guarded.
So yeah, now we've got these things. So these I could just leave it to my bots. They have relatively good aim.
Run, Ratchet, run!
Okay. Got any health back here? Oh, I got him on health. Okay. So long as I don't saturate my health production.
You can order a bot to hack into one of those orb locks.
This guy. A bit of like that. So even this mission proves to not be that difficult. There you go. So yeah, one thing that's interesting about this very door here is that if I set them to hack one of them, then these guys, swarmers, will come out of the ground, not infinitely, but they'll do so for quite a while. And I think if I continue with this, about 400 will spawn, after which point one or two or three invincible swarmers will come out of the ground, at which point you can't defeat them, so you have to I'm not really going to wait around for that many swarmers. Okay, here we go.
Well, they got the door open. Now, let's find out what's waiting for them on the other side.
Once I've taken care of that, a dropship is going to spawn down. I'm going to get ready. There you go. Didn't manage to destroy it before these guys came out, but they...
Oh, goody, the swamp is up next. Oh, I love this.
Ooh, the swamp. Okay.
Ooh, just look at that putrid, festering slime hole. Oh, wow, I can smell it from up here.
There you go.
Ratchet's not gonna make it out of here on foot.
Okay, so really early on with my streaming,
was a close one.
One thing that I did was attempting this.
My mother used to serve Lomax brains for breakfast with eggs and salsa.
There you go.
Bueno.
That's the main thing to
remind me never to eat in your house.
That enemy, that turret there. Because it is quite helpful.
Oh, this is more fun than a busload of cheerleaders.
There you go. There you go. Okay. There. They're doing quite well. Or at least I'm doing quite well against the enemies here. Okay. Grab that, because why not?
Whoa! I wouldn't want to be the cleaning crew tonight!
Okay. You're gonna fly, you're gonna stay on the ground. Okay. Right, sweet.
A double swing shot. I cannot bear to look.
Well, I can. There you go. So yeah, in these challenges it is generally a very good idea to take on the enemies, well, the turrets, as fast as possible. There you go. Like array those things. Come on. There we go. We'll take care of that. There we go.
Let's get out of this swamp before I start
Oh, I gave him
rusting
that
up.
keys. Yep. Ah. That's interesting. Strange, but interesting. And to see why. Okay. So that is complete any challenge without using the dual vipers, which I got in challenge 2. Denied I got in challenge 1 basically by completing it. So yeah, that's an interesting fact. You can't actually get these 2 skill points in the same challenge, even though technically it's something you can do. Okay, so with this challenge, I technically don't have to kill any of the enemies.
In order to advance to the Leviathan lair,
I mean, there is one where killing it really helps. That's going to be over this way. Oh, skill point! Yay! So yeah, this enemy right here. It basically does a lot of damage, so the main crux of this is going to be dodging it while my box takes it out. I can EMP it. Take that! There we go. That was surprisingly easy. We take care of that. Let's see if the basic guy. And yeah, running over enemies is. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so running over enemies is fine because that's basically melee. There you go. We'll take care of that, and I'll go this way. Toodaloo! Whoop.
He's completed the 3rd stage. Tell him what he's won, Juanita.
He's won an all-expense-paid trip to the Leviathan's lair, where he will enjoy golf, tennis, fine dining, and an agonizing death as he is slowly dissolved by stomach acids in the Leviathan's colon.
They're surprisingly weak to being run over. Yep.
Oh, come on! Will somebody just kill this little runt already?
There you go. Oh yeah, surprisingly weak to being run over. Given how they're about twice the size of my vehicle. I mean, normally you expect things to be weak to being run over by big vehicles, but In this case, not so much. Okay, so this is the challenge.
In the final moments before the epic showdown with.
Yeah, so this is basically the boss fight of this level, and this is the challenge in which I generally find it too difficult to complete in the hardest difficulty. Keep in mind that the hardest difficulty is a difficulty not designed to be played on this game mode.
The King Leviathan. Team Darkstar must hack all the orbs to wake up that big fella. Happy hunting.
I am breathless with anticipation.
Sure you're not just breathless because you get to sit up here next to me?
No, but that
So I'll
does
just
explain why
generally
I'm feeling nauseous.
let the Leviathans aggro onto my bots, and I'll clear off the I'll wrench them up. Have a good day.
Folks, just a reminder, tomorrow is Kick Your Best Friend in the Pants Day. Free popcorn for everyone who participates.
The second last one.
Youch! Our viewers could feel that one in Bogon, Juanita.
Okay, so that's the general last of them. And this was where I was saving up my nothing. But I'm going to try without using the just try getting a good mention. Well done, me. Jämfört mat. Jämfört mat. SM-mati. SM-mati. Let's hope I manage this again without falling into the mud. Because falling into the mud is not a smart thing to do. Generally very dirty thing to do.
You know, sometimes I think I should have taken that job on Annihilation Nation. They've got a great dental plan.
Easy peasy. Yeah, I'm not gonna distract these guys because I don't want to fall off the edge. I'm also gonna set them to wiggle. There you go. There we go. Ah, there was one thing left. Okay. So you have that. Once again, this guy. Yep. Come on. You can do it.
Looks like Team Darkstar is going to be Team Deadstar pretty soon.
Will I? Oh, there we go. And there's that boss complete.
Ratchet, if you want to gain more experience or earn more bolts...
Okay.
Time for an adrenaline-charged hoverbike race. Ratchet's racing to beat the clock. Each checkpoint he passes earns him a few extra seconds.
Yeah,
Gentlemen, start your engines.
It would help if I were looking where I was going. But yeah. So that boss fight was a lot easier than I was expecting. Oh, missed that thing, but that's okay. So if you attempt that challenge on difficulty 5,
Will the person driving a mint
of which you have to have,
please report to security, you're parked
by the
in
looks
my
of it,
space.
a single save on the memory slot 1, where you've beaten the game, as in defeated the final boss and seen the credits. Okay, there we go. Hey, Mystic Warrior. And Kronos is unlocked.
I have checked your rankings, Ratchet.
Uh-huh. So yeah, that's that one. And I didn't get the complete that challenge in under 2 minutes skill point because, well, it takes time to wrench a boss. Anyway, like if I wanted to, I could go and go for some skill points. So the alright, so that skill point there is potentially doable, although it would take a while to do. And that thing there is also probably relatively easy if I were to return to this mission when I'm close to the end of the game. At which point I will have leveled up my wrench quite a bit and have a lot of armor as well. So yeah, on to Kronos. And welcome to Kronos, a darkish, wet city-filled planet full of fun stuff and all
giant spotlights lie
sorts of
dormant
thingies.
nearby. If you activate them, their beams will trigger a solar sensor on the temple and unlock the door. According to my
So yeah, for this my general strategy is going to be
good luck, Ratchet.
just run through everything as much as possible. Since I never needed to use the Ravager, which is that red icon in the lower left, since I never needed to use that, remind me, good loot. Oh no!
What a hit! We're moments
There you
away
go.
from Lombax's paste, everyone!
And yeah, generally, I mean, I can actually hyper strike those cycloids, which is those flying enemies, but
Your bots can also launch grind
yeah.
cables.
And I'll just let them take on these guys because, you know, I generally can't attack them, and they're doing a pretty good job. not taking that long. There we go. Easy peasy.
It's a bit hard to do.
Jump onto the grind rail to traverse this gap.
There you go. And there we go. I'll get them to happen at the same time.
Run, Ratchet, run!
And no. Okay, they did it. So that's one of the 2 beams that need to be redirected. But next mission is a boss fight. So let's see what this is going to be like. Oh, and there's another note on these things, the grind rails. Firstly, the grind rails only really appear on 2 levels, and secondly, because of the way they operate, I won't actually be able to use my wrench on them, which means I won't be able to attack enemies on them. However, my bots will still be able to use their own stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, give...
Ooh, it's a boss. So yeah, one thing I could do is just let my bots take care of everything. However, I can also go and give him a good wrenching of his own. Right. And this is actually not turning out to be that difficult. It may look like I'm taking a lot of health, but now at about 1/3 health he flees. So that is a useful... Okay, well... Help me, bots! There we go. Okay, that's the main threats of this challenge, because I can just dodge these shots from the big guys, and the swimmers are not the problem. Well, there you go. Easy peasy. Yep. Okay. Oh yes, and this is the grind rail challenge, which shows off the general thing to do with
This is Dreadzone, baby!
My map shows that this is an excellent spot to use the Hollow Shield launcher.
To do with the mechanics of grind rails. So yeah, if I type...
I think I saw this on the Galaxy's Most Painful Home Movies.
If I type square,
when they miss the jump and smash their
then
on the
Ratchet
railing.
just
So
does
wacky.
his he just like reselects the other thing. So yeah, I just have to go through here, hope that they disappear by the time that it's at the end. Okay. Oop, that's okay. Oop, okay, they fly away. And they just... Okay, that's good to know. That they just stop there. Which means that this challenge is actually not going to be that big of a deal. If they had continued on, then it would have been very difficult to make this jump there. Since generally speaking, if you get shot, it automatically cancels your cancels the thing that attaches to the node and makes you fall and is not fun.
The action's heating up as Team
Yoink.
Darkstar lights up the spotlights that will unlock the Dark Cathedral of Kronos. A treacherous path lies ahead as Dread Zone's deadliest warriors will be waiting to ambush them. Oh, baby, I love this job.
Do ya?
Ratchet, there is a magnetic lift up ahead. It will take you up the road that leads to the next stadium.
Oh dear. There we go. There we go. Not too bad. Although I do believe that you have to destroy all of the drops before it will let you anything over there? Okay, that's fine. There you go. So yeah, I think you have to either destroy all of them or potentially all the enemies, including the random swarmers as well.
The bag and step out the door. That means die.
There you go. There you go. Easy peasy. And you can touch it. Oh dear. There you go. Okay, I'll just stay here then.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Hang on. That's the healing that we need. And you take care of that right there. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Easy peasy. Oop. Oh dear. Okay. Basically fine, I think. As long as I dodge these enemies and my bots take care of them. Good boy. One guy left. And one guy left. And now 0 guys left. Okay. So what I can do right here is just tell my bots to hack them. And like the coward I am, I'll just run away. And it's easy as that. But then I think I need to get close to update them. Which is interesting behavior.
Boss,
there we go.
I got him hacked. Let's go.
Easy peasy. Yeah, sometimes running away is advantageous. There you go. Okay. Right.
Whoever said getting into that cathedral was easy? I did? Well, that was then and this is now, huh? Team Darkstar will have to fight their way through a series of increasingly deadly arenas. Bet they didn't see that coming. It's Shell Shock, baby! Oh yeah, he's back! You know what they say about these Omega Series warbots. Takes a licking, keeps on, kicking butt. Oh,
man. Deja vu. Didn't we already scrap this guy?
As you know, Shell Shock's brain was destroyed by a cruise missile in the Obani Moon War. His brain was later replaced with an AI chip taken from a coffee machine.
See, I'm taking quite a bit of damage here.
He is totally
In fact, this... Okay, I got healed somehow.
But I understand he makes a fantastic
Don't know how it happened, but I'll take it. I'm not one to complain when I randomly get healed. There we go. Okie dokie. Yeah, and these guys, I'll just do what I can with my wrench, but some of them my bots will have to take care of. Okay. One guy left, I think. And he's gone. Sweet. Okay.
Team Darkstar is on the final stretch. This road leads right to the gates of the Dark Cathedral of Kronos, but it's chock full of twists, turns, and baddies that'll make
So,
you mother weep.
I could take on these enemies. However, I think I'll just let the bots neutralize that guy and I'll just run away. Good move.
Whoa. Well, I guess this is a bad time to mention that I'm afraid of heights.
Nah, that's a perfect time to announce your favourite place. Doesn't I expect it to be an offshore though. There we go. Okay. Wait. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. And these guys, I have to kill all the enemies in order to lower the
Team Darkstar is making their dark in
the
red
door.
zone. Oh dear,
Oh, not the door, the line rail thing. Oop. Okay. And I'll take on these guys, because why not? Extra XP is extra XP. There you go. Yoink. Yeah, there's the thing. Oop. No, I think that was me getting hit. Okay. There we go. Oop. Okay. So yeah, with these floating orb thingies, if I get hit by them, then I'll take a bit of damage and then I just continue on. But if I time my jump poorly enough, what will actually happen is that due to the physics of the game, Ratchet will kind of hover over the ring for a bit and then he'll just fall straight off into the water mud thingy. Showdown with Shell Shock.
Made it inside the Dark Cathedral of Kronos. It's cold, it's dank, it's scary, it's just like my ex-wife. Take a good long last look at Team Darkstar, folks, because Shell Shock is about to plaster them all over these cathedral walls.
Target acquired. Terminating with extreme prejudice.
Okay. So yeah, right here I'm not in that much danger from shell shock.
Ratchet, now going out in the proverbial blaze of glory.
There you go. Oop. Ow. That's okay though. So if I get the bot suit to successfully turn the crank, then if I die, then the crank will stay turned, which is very useful. Okay. There you go. I'll just thank you. That's probably slightly better than anything. However, I do need there to be health.
Run, Ratchet, run!
Yep, there's health. Heaps of health. I'll take it.
I call this one my dishonorable discharge.
Come on. And it would be possible to just run away from him and let my bots take care of it all. Come on. We're nearly there. Good boy.
He's gonna die!
There we go. Okay. I think there's no extra health. Okay. I'm just gonna get them to turn the crank and I'll run away. Because I may as well. There we go. Oop. Okay then. So yeah, probably not gonna survive that much in the next round. However, again I can abuse the fact that the thing will stay down. Ooh, health.
Initiate annihilation program.
Yeah, I'll take 2. Okay.
I call this one my dishonorable discharge. Target acquired. Terminated with extreme prejudice.
I think now I'll be a little bit more smart. Oop. Ow. Okay. Oop. Well, I got milk now.
Are you going AWOL, soldier?
Okay. Whoop.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ratchet is an animal. What's that? He is an animal? Yeah, I knew that.
Whoop. Getting close to dying. There we go. And, oh, health. Click on these things, there's any spawn from them. And I might even have a shot at finishing this. Okay. Right, and the reason why I'm being very reluctant to use the Ravager is because basically it takes a long time to recharge the Ravager, And so the better strategy is to basically save scum until I succeed with the usage of the Ravager. And basically because I can't turn off autosaving, that means that I need to have two simultaneously running saves, and then I have one save which is the main and one which is the backup. And then if I fail with the usage of the Ravager, I then need to load the backup, save over the main with the backup, and then try again that way. Without further ado, you take care of that. Let's see what happens. Hello.
It's almost over, folks.
I'm gonna run. And I'll take that.
Initiate annihilation
Really?
program.
I'm so far away.
I call this one my dishonorable discharge. Target acquired.
Okay.
Terminating with extreme
So
prejudice.
just run this way, dodge all that stuff, and I'll let my bots take care of that. Using the quick save clause to... Whoop! And this is the main point where... Whoop!
I hope
Ow.
Ratchet has a will, because he's gonna need one soon.
Ow. Ow.
All units, execute the assault program Delta.
But yeah, especially since I don't recall the Ravager taking out all of his health, which is kind of what's needed. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Ow.
With your face!
Okay.
Oops, one of his bots just went down.
Come on.
Oh, too bad it was the cute one too.
I'm gonna... Yes, I'm gonna do that thing where I do a double save, since I'm quite close to death. So yeah, that's my main. I'm gonna see what the Ravager does. Oh! They killed him. Okay. There you go. Okay.
Look at those idiots!
Right. And then yeah, I have two of those, so I will do... I'll save that one for later and I'll do this one. Or at least give it a go. Okie dokie.
The arena challenge
Hello.
brings us back to the days of classic arena combat. An old-fashioned arena deathmatch, just like Mom used to make.
Ow. Okay. Usual. Yoink. Hello. I find that they can't actually attack you if you're really close. Oh, except with the melee, but other than that... some kind of trouble. And I'm actually fine with getting all up in the face. Okay. Up. One. One. Ooh. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Flying vehicles are no match for my wrench. Okay.
I see an itty-bitty turret. Boss, can I blow it up? Pretty please?
Well, Mr. Robots, I will be very happy for you to do so. Come on. Oops, okay. Whoop. Okay. Oop. Okie dokie. Oh, it's the big guy. Hello. There we go. Gonna grab some health. Yoink. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yep. There you go. Hero thingy. Yeah. Okay. Now once again, let's see how well I can take on a flying thing with a melee weapon. As you can see, not that difficult. There you go. One more. Oh. Okay. Another ship. Okay. Okay. More cycloids. And that's it. Yay! Challenge complete. Sure, let's give it a shot. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? Okay.
Ratchet, keep hacking the security orbs.
Well, I'm about
the
to get
arena
a half
walls will
upgrade,
collapse
so
on top of
that's
you, And
as
watch your
always.
back. Dread
Nice.
Zone will send wave after wave of enemies in your direction.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So round 2 of 6. Not going that poorly, but there's going to be some. Oh, they're actually moving out of the way. Huh. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Like that. And you can take care of that. Look. Yeah. So yeah, since the dropships don't fly very well in this challenge, I don't have that much ability to take them out. I don't need to. I'm going to take care of that one.
Take that, little bats!
But Juanita, I'm fine. Oop. Oop. Okay. But even this challenge didn't turn out to be as scary as I was expecting. Taking it on really without that much difficulty. There you go. Okay. Yep, there we go. Got him. Okay. Round 4. Yep, no, guys, take care of this. Thank you. Take my wrench. I'm not actually getting that. Yep, okay. Turns out I can actually take on those dropships at that height. Very nice. Okay. Whoop. Okay. And round 6 of 6. That wasn't really that bad. Ooh, one of my guys dead. Oh no! What a lose! And the answer is kick-ass. Hey, Goose the Boss. Unfortunately, this is an English-only chat, so if you could speak English, that would be great. Yeah, I have unlocked the Avenger tournament.
Ratchet, you are now able to compete in the Battle Dome's Avenger tournament.
Yep. Okay.
Clank, did you...
Not bad. How are you going?
Hey, Ratchet,
the boss.
I know you're busy with the fighting and the jumping and the hurting, but I have a new bot upgrade for you.
Well, in this mode, I'm all about the bot upgrades. However, I need to see if there's something more important. Oh! Yes! A good old wrench upgrade. It's good to hear. So yeah. Will I actually say on here? Versa wrench multicore. Oh yeah, okay. So it does actually spell out which wrench you have. Okay. So yeah, what's in the vendor? The BOGO. So that's just a grenade thing that they have. And this is a general damage and armor upgrade thing. And sure, why not? I'll get the shield link as well. It'll definitely come useful later. And since I clearly have a lot more money than I'll ever spend, let's get some paint jobs. So yeah, I generally like having the Dread Zone 3030. And which paint job? Let's go with... Gold Star. Yep. Let's show how golden we are. Okay. Do I have any cheats unlocked? Oh yeah, HUD color. So I can set my HUD to green. Gangster guns, which won't really affect me. And Mirrored World, which I'm going to play without because why? Well, because generally for the sake of, I used to always play this game with the Mirrored World on. However, since I now, in the few playthroughs that I've done it without mirrored mode, so I'm gonna keep that up. Not sure what's next though. One of these is weather. One of these is something that changes the way my wrench operates. One of these is different heads for my bots. One of them turns some enemies into quark, and various effects like that. So yeah, I will generally be sticking to the cosmetic ones, and I won't be doing the wrench one, which I think is this one. Probably. Oh, and one of them is, I believe, remove helmets. Oh yeah, and skins. Right now I have this, and I have Alpha Clank. Okay. Well, let's give the next challenge a go. Okay.
The action is hot in the Battle Dome as Ratchet takes on the Avenger Tournament.
The Avenger Tournament!
Series of challenges, he will earn the rank of Avenger.
So yeah, let's see if I can take on all of these guys in 90 seconds. I seem to be roughly on half of doing so it seems to be doing right. Come on, there you go. Who's next? Oop, guys over there. Come on. Oop. Yay, have a go. Okay. Oop. Okay.
Team Darkstar simply won't give up.
Nope. Oh, I got the skill point by mere nanoseconds. I'll take it.
is shaking with excitement. Get ready to watch Team Darkstar fight for survival as they make their way to the Tower of Power.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Okay. Is this where the Reapers start? Yep, I think this is. Yep, there you have it. These enemies are Reapers. They vomit some acid onto the ground, and they also shoot spikes into the air and into the ground around you, and in the hopes that you will collide with those spikes and take damage. It doesn't work out too well for them, generally. Oh yeah, I have another radical. Always a good thing to have. Oh. Okay. Oh. Really good. There you go. There you go. Okay.
This is what they mean by gratuitous violence, Juanita. I'm going to call my kids and tell them to stop watching just as soon as I have
that's it.
kids.
Okay. On to the next platform for some more fun. Ooh. What will I do here? Give it away. Some good old percussive maintenance. Oh, very cool, doesn't it? There you go. Huh. Actually, check some things. Okay. Okay. And yeah, presumably I would have had the ability to unlock some of the bot upgrades during the Shell Shock fight. So if I wasn't able to complete it, that would have been another option for me. Okay. And some more enemies to take on. Do they spawn here? I think they do. Okay, I'll just take it this way. Okay. And one more challenge to go. Let's see how this will go. Ah, I do have my bots. Okay.
It's time to climb to the
So if nothing else, if I need to kill a flying enemy to get some event to happen, I can always get that to happen with my bots. Oop. I'll just here. Come on, take it on. Oop, one more. Oh, two more. Three, okay. Lift. And one. There we go. And like that. Sweet. You know you want to. There we go. Okay. I like that thing to go out of it. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, this is easy to get past. Okay. And I'll need some people fight here, so let's Do your business. Okay. Come on, you can do it. Oh, okay. Okay. And that's about good timing. Yep. Okay. Take that. There you go. Yeah, so the Leviathans aren't anywhere near as threatening as they were at the start of Starcraft, which is nice. Okay. Was that thing?
Okay, that's it. Top of the Tower of Power. He may be the first contestant to do so in the history of Dread Zone. Juanita, what do you think about that?
Well, one either thinks very highly of that, or very lowly, or very sidewaysly. Okay. Does that spawn anything new? Nope. Okay, that's fine. As for challenges, okay. So perfect chrome finish is the one where you do it without taking a hit. Close and personal is the one in which you do it with wrench only. Since this is already a wrench only challenge, why not do a wrench only challenge in a wrench only challenge? Because I heard you liked wrench only challenges, so I put a wrench only challenge into your wrench only challenge. It's always a fun thing to have happen.
Has his work cut out for him this time, Juanita. He starts the round with only a wrench for protection.
Well, considering my past experience with just using my wrench, sort of. Yeah, this won't be too bad. Okay. Right.
Oh, come on! Will somebody just kill this little runt already?
Okay. Yep. Oh, here we go. No! So yeah, with the don't take a hit challenge, perfect chrome finish, it is, technically speaking, possible. It's just that in later levels I'm going to face some more difficult challenges and anyway, I generally don't feel like adding to it. But yeah, that challenge is absolutely possible to do wrench only. Generally speaking...
What a match, folks! I know I wasn't expecting that outcome. Ratchet has moved up in the rankings, surpassing Mustachio Furioso, Illustrious Lana, and Mailbag.
Okay. And I shall return to the containment suite.
Ratchet, I've seen assorted cheeses more dangerous than your combat bots. Bring them back to my shop and I'll give them some upgrades.
I think I already bought them all, Al. Yep. I don't know what you're wanting from me. Okay. So, yeah.
Welcome to the Quasar 011.
So let's have a look at my stats. Dread Zone points, 28,000. Skill points, 17. Win-loss ratio, 7-0. Exterminators defeated, 1. Shell Shock. Battle Dome tournaments 1, which is that Avenger tournament there. Badges earned 4, 27 stars, 483 of those, 96 of those. And yeah, these are all the enemies I've killed. And all the shots that I've dealt. Everything here and below is going to be 0 because I will be purchasing those weapons. This is going to stay 0 because I hope to not use that weapon. And this is going to hopefully stay 3 because I aim to not use that weapon as well. With the exception of a few challenges that force it, but other than that, they won't increase. And generally speaking, with challenges like this, in which your DPS is heavily restricted, merely deciding whether or not something is possible is... The general idea is that if you can dodge all of the attacks, and if you're always able to deal damage, then the fight is possible. But of course there will be cases where, although that would hold true, with the fight also being possible, there are circumstances in which such a thing would be not feasible to accomplish. I would guess that it hopefully won't happen in this run, but if it does, well, if it does, then it hopefully won't. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, what I'm going to do is, since some of the stuff in the next 2 planets is going to be relatively difficult, I am going to save it for my next stream of this game, which will be on Thursday, provided nothing happens to prevent it from occurring. So yeah. I'm going to end it here. Thanks everyone for watching. Everyone who possibly followed, anyone who possibly came in and lurked and stayed in the shadows. It's all welcome. So yeah. I'm just going to end off here. Don't think I'll do a raid, but if I find someone good to host, I will do so within the next few minutes. So yeah.